So I've been doing real estate for, I hate to tell you how long, but more than 25 years, let's just say that. And I can't think of a project that I have not been part of that has something to do with real estate. I've done commercial development, I've brought in breweries, I've developed a downtown program, I've flipped, historic homes, I've restored historic homes, I've created strip malls, I've developed land. I can't think of one thing that I haven't done, and including flipping houses.
So hold on, you've been doing real estate since you were 5?
Yes, thank you. Yeah. I was just 5. I was brilliant even when I was 5. Yeah. I love this man. Hi, I'm Paula Boland, and you are with Paula B Coaching, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, the one great, every house that I've ever flipped has their own great features, right? So it's so fun, right? One great feature of this house is it has, I call it the back cave. It's got a back stairway. They used to install them in the 1900s, early 1900s, in larger houses because there would be staff that would stay somewhere, and then they weren't allowed to use the main staircase, and they would come down. And a lot of the dining rooms would have this little thing on the floor that people would press with their foot while they were eating, and so it would call the staff to come serve them. That's why I learned that in renovating old houses. But this house is not one of those houses, but it does have the back staircase, and this goes up to an amazing office. So what were you saying you'd do with this?
Like with this right here, I would probably like block this wall and make it like a hidden door. So maybe like a bookshelf or something that just looks cool, and really make it like a bat cave. Maybe you pull the book down, and pull the lever, and then it turns into a doorway you can flip and go on upstairs like that. I want to do cool stuff like that in my house, and that's probably exactly what I would do right here.
Now he's looking at this house. Dr. Carter is looking at this house from the perspective of someone who would buy it, okay? I'm looking at this house and showing you from someone who would flip it. So I didn't put that there, even though I love the idea, because not everybody would like it, right?
Right.
So I've just left it so you can add that to it, right, when you buy it. So one of the things you want to be really aware of when you're flipping and you're looking at the flow of a house is outdoor living areas, okay?
My mama killed me if she seen you opening the door while I was with you.
Really?
Yeah.
I like your mama. Okay, so this, what you want to do is it's actually warmer outside than it is in this house. This house is waiting to have an HVAC. We don't have like freeze vision on the camera, but it's cold in there. You can see both of us with our hands in our pockets. So all of the screens have been torn off of this, and this is getting ready to be repainted. So this isn't, in finished project right now. So you can see sort of like maybe a flip kind of idea here of what we were looking at. But you always want to look at what is the outdoor living area of something. And even if it's a tiny little lot, how can you make that outdoor living area a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more home-like? Right. You could always put in a privacy fence or a little patio where somebody have a grill or something like that. So you always want to look at that. This house has great outdoor living space. I'd probably live out here most of the time. And it has a playhouse everybody comments on for the kids, and a trampoline. I don't know. We'll probably take that. This got a hammock out there.
A little shed.
Y'all ready to buy this house? Come buy it. Okay. So yeah, this will be done next week. All right. So you ready to go upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go upstairs.
I don't know. You know what I would do in here? I might put a gas insert there. I think that is a gas insert. It's already got a gas insert.
You had a leaf on your foot.
I just haven't messed with it too much.
Okay. No, you had a leaf on your foot. I had to get
all right, so let's...
So you would change the fireplace to gas fireplace?
I think it is gas already. Okay, so not much about the staircases. I mean, a lot of stairs in, like if you have upstairs area in a home that you're renovating, a lot of them will have carpet on it. Carpet's hard. You might want to take it off and just put hardwoods if you can, or paint the stairs, because carpet just gets on stairs is hard and gets dirty. Now upstairs, you see we have another flow up here of what's on the floor. and it's carpet.
I like this carpet though.
Yeah, the carpet, you don't have to go like high end, you can go mid-grade, that's what this is. And it's, what happens when you have an upstairs, if you have carpet, is you don't hear people walking around. It keeps privacy on both levels. And it also, instead of putting in hardwood floors, it saves some money. So it works both ways, okay? So this house has 4 bedrooms upstairs, I guess. If you'd call this is like one of those things they call the frog over the garage, the other room over the garage. So this is, you know, like an office or whatever. This is where the bat cave is, where you can walk downstairs to the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we were talking, you're talking about what you would do over here. What?
Yeah. Well, not even right here, over here.
Oh, okay.
Like so. Oh, like in this, you went in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I would make this like a studio in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we
like
closed. It actually, this was really big on into there, this whole area, but we had to meet code.
Okay.
And have the fire code up here.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. This is almost. If it had a bathroom, it would be like the master.
You know, you could probably put a bathroom in up here. The plumbing's running right along that area right there. There you go. This is great. This could be a master. I love it. And then you can sneak downstairs and get you some snacks when you're a closet eater like me. Don't even have to hide in the closet. Oh, these are new. All right, we've got another bedroom. Just won't, you know, we're not spending time, but we've got a lot of bright. This is bright and airy house. I like it. You got some, you know, just really nice trees, mature trees. You want to look for those kind of things. And, you know, any kind of landscaping you can grab onto is really helpful. Real quickly, we'll just kind of scoot through. This house has three bathrooms. One of them is a master, so here's another one, and you can see, again, the repeat of the sleek, the look,
nice.
The finish is very nice. I love.
I understand what you're saying now when you say the bathrooms and the kitchen sell. They sell the house. Yeah,
because you'll remember them. You'll be like, and I could spend time in there.
Exactly.
You ever seen a bathroom where you're like, I don't want to go in there?
I don't like this bathroom.
I have one at my house right now. I'm sharing with my son while mine gets renovated. I'm like, oh, you like to go in there. All right. Well, we've got a couple more bedrooms. I'm not going to give you a big tour of them. They're, you know, basic bedrooms with closets. And that's all you got to do in a flip, you know, is just to make sure that you want to have, now my contractor was really, this is interesting. She's very like, you know, everything needs to be the same. So she changed out all of the knobs, and she wanted to change out all of the features, and I was like, no, come on. Okay, so here's the master. And what's interesting is, you know, depending on when a house was built, there might not even been a thought of a master. You know, people used to share one bathroom. I mean, I grew up with that, you know. And so if you have the opportunity to create a master and there is not one, try to. Because people want that, and they want the ensuite. Now, I'm not telling you to go spend, you know, $50,000 if your budget doesn't allow for it, because people will, first-time home buyers will buy it without it. But if you can create it, it's even better. So this did have a master already. We just kind of blinged it up. There was not a soak tub in here. We got the soak tub.
This tub is beautiful.
I love that tub. It was my idea. Thank you, thank you. And this is the new thing in the showers where you have the rain thing and you don't have all the stuff closed off. You just walk in, get out of the tub, maybe shower off. I
love this bathroom.
Yes, I love this bathroom too. And it's not like, you know, have you ever been to those master bathrooms? It's like, you could put 2 more rooms in this. Yes. Why is this so freaking big?
Actually, the house that I just moved out of, my bathroom was probably like 500 square feet.
Oh, really? So, of course, it has the bomb shelter. You know, I like to have a separate... So I like to have a separate area. You know, you can get your own privacy and all the things. And a walk-in closet and a master is always nice. Anytime you can create, don't rip out a wall to create a walk-in closet, but anytime you could create that, do. I have right now where I live a closet that's like 2 of these shelves, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy.
Crazy.
I like, you added these doors?
Yes, these are, yeah, they had the, you know, doors kind of like that, but we thought it would be, you know, kind of nice to have this kind of French look to it.
That adds a whole different, that's smart. I like
just
that.
the little finishes, and often finishes like that, like you noticed it. People won't necessarily notice it, but it's part of the whole look you're creating. Right. But they don't cost tons and tons of money. It's like not like ripping out a wall, right, but it makes your project. So finish work is important.
Details.
Yes.
Details. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like these cabinets too, though.
I love that cabinet. And by the way, you can buy a lot of these type of cabinets. This is just flipping information. You know, at Lowe's and Home Depot and on Amazon now. Yeah. And you don't have to spend. You know, this one was a little bit more, but you don't have to. You know, necessarily when you're flipping budget like $5,000 for a cabinet for a bathroom. Yeah. You know,
I always, like, my friends that's in real estate, they always say that the most expensive rooms are the kitchens and the bathrooms, and just make sure that you got everything else you can probably get away with, like, you know, cut some corners with.
Yeah.
It's hard to cut corners on the.
No, you want people to feel comfortable in their home, and so, you know, like a carpet upstairs is warm, it's comfortable, but it's also affordable, right? Yeah. Whereas, you know, having glass and, you know, the nice cabinets and stuff like that in a bathroom, you go up a little, go on some fixtures up to that. So this is, I just want to ask you, you know, you haven't seen this house before today. You just came in and I said, hey, can I interview? Because he's looking at the house. Yeah. So what are your thoughts? I mean, truly.
I love it. I can't even lie. Like, I'm a very honest person when it comes to like my house style. I like, this is, because I see so much stuff that I could do, like to make it, like to personalize it. It has the right structure for everything.
It's got enough where you feel at home.
Yes.
And you're also envisioning what else can I do? Exactly. And this is exactly what you want to happen. You don't want to try to, now he may come in, this happens in flips a lot, he may come in and say, gee, I really want different cabinets in here. Okay, before you buy it, you know, I got some cost to that. Let's talk about what that would be for you, right? We still got the contractors here. We can do all that. So that's even more fun because you can personalize it as long as you know they're buying it. Right. Make sure you get contracts on stuff. But so this house, I'm glad you like it. I love your feedback, and I love that he's starting to visualize like what else he could do to personalize it. That's exactly what you want to happen. When I first started doing flips, when somebody would say, I would do this over there, I would get like, oh no, they don't like it.
No, see, me, it's like, it's the opposite. Like,
yes.
I think about stuff to make it me.
That's right. That's right.
Mine. Like,
that's exactly what, and you know that's what they're doing. They're visualizing, where does my bed go? Where do my clothes go? What would I do? And you know, when somebody's in that mode and they're making it theirs, they love it. So, and I used to be like, oh no, but that's the other side. So, okay. So I'm glad you like it. This is, so this project again is a larger home. I used to flip, I'm sorry about the echo in here, but I used to flip larger homes pretty frequently, and I stopped doing it because you can open up a wall and all of a sudden it can be your budget's out of control because it's just big and there's a lot, right? And they take a little bit longer usually. So I usually flip, and it's for a first-time home buyer. 1,500, 1,700, 1,200 square foot homes, you know, are very common. So this home took a little bit longer, and you know, everybody's ready to be done. And we're like inches away. Like next week we'll come back and it'll be done. So yeah. Okay, well, that's my segment. It's kind of long about flips. Let's break this up, okay, Keith? We can do part 1, part 2, part 3. But this should help you understand. And the next piece to this is don't stop here. The number one mistake that people make in real estate, in creating a lot of money in real estate, is they never create a lot of money in real estate. They stop at one project, and this is what they usually do. They'll save up a bunch of money, they'll buy a house, rent the house out, think that they're making money because somebody pays them rent, and then they start saving again and saving again to buy another one. When that does not have to happen. Because you have one house, you have equity. Because you have one house, lenders like it. They have something they could take back if you didn't pay them back. And you can continue to grow. So always go into one project, get midway through it, and start looking for the next one. Now, if you're a person that doesn't want to do more than 2 or 3 of these a year, that's fine too. But 2 or 3 of these will give you multi-6 figures. But the problem is many people do one and stop. Okay, so we don't want to stop. We got somebody who's in love with this, so we'll keep talking. And just had such a joy. You can see why this is so fun, right? This is so fun. And we'll get another flip project and go from the beginning. How about that? And I'll teach you how to work all that. And at some point, we probably need to look at how do you run the budgets and stuff like this. One of the things I need to tell you is having an expert beside you while you do this makes this so much easier. You'll make so much more money. You'll have the right team. You won't make all the mistakes. You'll learn from everything that the experts know, me, right? The expert. So if you are interested in flipping homes, one thing I do have is a mastermind. It's called Flipping Made Easy. You can jump in there. It's a 3-month mastermind, and I take you through the process of how do you find the home, what's your budget, how do you get going, how do you get financing, and then I help you scale it, okay, which is really important. So that mastermind might be great for you, or working with me one-on-one, but getting somebody involved to help you move along is going to be the piece that makes this from one project to millions.